SEC just took a massive loss, and honestly, I'm a little bit shocked because in most cases, public servants or their entities never get held accountable for anything, and they continue to grossly abuse their power. And the SEC now has to pay over $1.8 million in fines for the debt box case. So let's go ahead and discuss all of it. I'm WendyO, this is the O Show. Make sure you like this video and drop me a comment with your thoughts. Fingers crossed this trickles down to Ripple, Kraken, Coinbase, and the rest of the crypto industry. So a quick recap on the debt box case, which kicked this off. The SEC sued Debtbox last year. Remember, the SEC has never created any types of laws or legislation regarding crypto. They would just actually go in and litigate instead of trying to work with any of these companies. So the SEC alleged the digital licensing firm defrauded thousands of investors of at least $49 million by offering node licenses to receive revenue from mining 11 tokens, though they were never mined, which does sound a little bit sketchy, not gonna lie. But anyways, in March, the judge placed sanctions on the SEC for false statements in the lawsuit, abuse of judicial process, and bad faith. Plus, they also got accused of gross abuse of power, which makes sense because, again, no laws and legislations. Anyways, false statements were related to part of the case where the SEC attempted to obtain a temporary restraining order to freeze Debtbox's assets. Debtbox later filed documents with the court claiming that the SEC's information was inaccurate, which was regulatory overreach. And from this case, 2 SEC lawyers resigned after the judge sanctioned the SEC. And the latest on this story is that the court dismissed the SEC's case against Debtbox without prejudice. And the judge may also dismiss the case without prejudice in order to allow for errors in the case presented to be addressed before it is brought back to court. And right now, after ruling, the SEC cannot proceed with the case as it stands, which is absolutely amazing news. Plus, the judge also imposed a $1.8 million fine against the SEC. And this fine is for around $1 million for attorney fees and costs, $750,000 for receiver fees and costs. And Debtbox preferred dismissal with prejudice, but see the ruling as a positive outcome, which I completely agree with them 100%. Not only is Debtbox not going to have to pay for this out of their own pocket, but at the same time, this is going to set positive precedent in the industry for other cases. Fingers crossed. But again, this just clearly shows how ridiculous the SEC is. And remember, this is our taxpayer dollars because that's how this entity is funded. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, this is epic news, another win for the crypto industry. Bye-bye.